No more funny faces. Is a mirror. In accordance with the requirements of the open meeting law, please be advised that this meeting of Public Access Cable Committee is being recorded and will be uploaded to the Lunenburg Access YouTube after the meeting. This meeting is being held in person at the location provided in the notice. Members of the public are welcome to attend this in-person meeting. Please note, while an option for remote attendance and or participation is being provided as a courtesy to the public, the meeting will not be suspended or terminated if technological problems interrupt the virtual broadcast, unless otherwise required by law. Members of the public with particular interest in any specific item on this agenda should make plans for in-person versus virtual attendance accordingly. Zoom meeting information is in the notice. The agenda lists all the topics which may be discussed at the meeting and are those reasonably anticipated by the chair. Votes may be taken as a result of these discussions. Not all items listed may in fact be discussed, and other items not listed may also be brought up for discussion to the extent permitted by the open meeting law. So, roll call. Peter, are you here?
I'm here.
Excellent. Steve, are you here?
I am present,
Oh, and correct, or just the present?
just present.
Okay, so, in which case I'll take.
That's a Christmas word.
Yeah.
Early December.
We were hoping to join us, and she's not yet. Are there any public comments? Seeing no public, that would be a little difficult. Do we have any committee comments? Hearing none. Joe, you said I had to give a phone call to somebody, so that would be a communication.
Yes,
And what I would like to be able to do is be authorized to have that conversation.
okay, the conversation was a request by the Municipal Building Design Committee that Public Access or PAC provide information on studio requirement needs for a new space. And they requested that you contact them.
Okay. Thank you. As far as I recall, required space was 2,700 square feet. And the money available to outfit the space is around about $1 million. So that's what I will talk to them.
So you want us to approve it? Actually, you can, you're chairperson, you are our
Okay.
local spokesperson, we don't need to vote on it.
I actually wanted to ensure it was in the minutes.
Okay, I'll put in that they requested for you to talk about requirements for the studio.
Okay,
You have the full support of this side of the table.
thank you so much. That Pete's taking a nap.
I have not heard in any conversation ever in this town, any attempt to provide us with access for a studio, ever. So they decided to finally include us.
I'm not sure where they are in their planning, but apparently they need to know this to move forward with whatever they're planning. And that's why they wanted the information as soon as possible. I personally don't know what that plan is.
I don't know, I've not been involved.
Well, are they thinking to stuff us in another building or to provide us with an actual individual building or what?
I'm making an assumption that it's to stuff us into an
Someplace else?
existing building.
Steve, can you spell Quonset?
Quonset hut, QUA,
Oh, yeah.
one down the street from where I grew up. They
Is
say
that
Quonset
really?
hut. Yeah, steel Quonset hut.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I knew it was.
Right. They,
Stay by his roof back here.
Hmm?
The Barneys have one in the backyard.
That's
We
true.
helped build it.
Yeah, that's true.
we did work with the committee earlier, the earlier existence of the committee, because we also worked with the engineers, and we have a plan, which I still have somewhere, put away, which was the space,
That was when they were redesigning Passios,
basically.
which is not happening.
No, but it's some of the same people are there, so, but I'm happy to go to them and give them an update.
Well, this would be a wonderful chance to throw in the information they need.
Right. And trust me, no, that's all. I'm sorry, trust me,
We trust
I,
you.
I will be very careful what I say to them.
I was just curious, because the very last time they talked about Passios involved demolishing that back wing.
Yeah. That's why they put us there, probably.
There's a reason for that too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Where would we go? A lot of good stuff.
I told you, Quonset, that's all. What's that?
I looked into the steel building.
The
too
sound,
expensive.
sound would be terrible.
Oh, no, it'd be wonderful,
Oh,
it'd be
metal.
like St. Paul's Cathedral, you whisper, and it goes all the way around. It's good.
But
He's being
allowed-
facetious. He's being
I
facetious.
think so.
It'll focus it.
Metal is English word.
Facetious.
What's that?
English word for facetious.
Abstemious.
No, that means not eating.
Yeah, but they do have something in common, the two words. Anybody know? AEIOU in order. Abstemious and facetious.
That's interesting. Okay.
But facetious is
Is
indeed.
Joe is going.
Moving right
He's
on.
gone to pot.
New York Times said 10 letter word. Wordle would be right in.
That's right. Anyway, so you're gonna go, you'll
Okay.
just call, that's gonna be a phone call is what he's requesting?
Well, it's,
They requested a communication with the chairman of our.
my preference would be if they allow them to show up.
It would be better to have it in person. It's always better to do it in person, because then you can share information like. that.
Right.
Well, they must have in mind something specific.
I believe it sounded like they did.
Yeah.
They're meeting as we speak. I mean, we could abandon this meeting and go into this.
Yeah, their number.
Well, it's on the town hall, the agenda, presumably. Meanwhile, we should do our own meeting.
All right,
Moving right along, thank you for that.
minutes.
Review and approve the minutes of November of, yes, this.
November 4th.
which
I thought they were really well written. We need to commend the secretaries for the outstanding job.
Are you making a motion that we do that?
A motion to accept the minutes as written
There's.
with as amended.
There is.
For a variety of reasons, I didn't get to read them the way I normally do.
Oh, community comments, P Lincoln, some word, what is that supposed to be after that?
Mentioned, I spelled mentioned. Completed 10 seasons. 85 shows. I write these also knowing that anyone who really wants to know what goes on, it's posted on YouTube. So this is more like the Cliff Notes version.
That's what it's meant to be.
Oh, did we get all our opera requests?
No, I'm gonna talk about that.
Chairs and the tables for the room, get those,
Yes.
great.
You're supposed to approve what's written, not ask.
Consolidate.
Motion to accept the minutes as.
Can you do that? Okay.
I have to.
Boy, it's a small group, so.
A second,
Well, any further discussion? See you probably true. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Oh, yeah, as amended.
It's odd if you make the motion and then don't approve it.
I've done that a lot.
oh,
No, I've done that a lot. Sometimes I make motions just so we can talk about it and
Oh,
vote
yeah.
it down, and just vote it down, and not have to talk about it for half an hour. Okay,
Meanwhile, back at the manager's monthly, oh, sorry, is there something else you got there? No, manager's monthly report.
Hey, this is Joe Toll speaking. We completed the audio upgrade in the Bellotta room. It was tested and Ockers, our vendor, will be back to tweak the control panel this month. We're just gonna find things that we would like improvements on, and they're gonna go ahead and do that and on the display, just to make it more clear. It was a complete success. They took out the audio knobs that we used to have there, and it was replaced with a tablet that had sliders. So it simplified the whole process of conducting a live broadcast. We're just thrilled about it. So tonight will be the first meeting with the new audio. The sound is fantastic. The old speakers didn't have the right amplifiers, and
All
we
the
c-
wiring, I think.
Well, yeah, it was just a mess. So now when someone speaks, you know, you can hear it really easily and you can hear it nice and loud. So
And that was ARPA money.
that was ARPA money. About $9,800.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah, came in under 10.
good, excellent.
And we spent some time training the new videographers on the audio system. It was not much training, I mean, because the process was simplified so much. There wasn't too much to learn, just a different way of doing the meetings. We're gonna start basketball this month. I'm working on a final list for ARPA equipment. I failed to bring the list with me. One of the things on the list is a drone, but it's small enough that it doesn't require a license, but takes 4K video,
Does require insurance.
perhaps.
No, definitely does.
Okay. Okay, that's one of the things on there.
It's, from everyone else we've spoken to, that's the killer. You know, getting it registered and a license by the ministry can be an issue, but it can be solved.
Right,
But
right.
ensuring it, especially if you're gonna fly over people at all. is a huge problem.
Okay,
The town, and there may be, the town may cover it. Sometimes the town insurance covers it.
I can
Or
look into that.
Also look into getting a per diem insurance policy. We have several events and some of our things where you get insurance for one day.
There was some discussion on Max Access, they were talking of that. And for one football match was going to be in the thousands of dollars.
Okay, I don't know what the price is.
No, no,
but sometimes,
I'm bringing that to the table, so.
and that's something to ask the town too. Sometimes
Yeah.
they have a thing where we get a one-day thing from the state affiliate that we're with. They have the main thing and they grant out one-day thing, so it doesn't cost us anything.
Okay,
So it's just trying to give you ideas as you look
Okay.
into it. Because sometimes people go, oh, I didn't realize you could do that.
Yeah,
good.
And it could be too expensive. I agree. But
Yeah.
Didn't we settle that with Paul?
We
I
had
thought we
a,
did.
we had a policy that addressed this.
Yep.
Because we had issues, but we'd also brought it up around about 10 years ago when I first joined this committee.
yeah,
We
I
were
believe,
looking into it.
yeah, I believe the policy that Paul brought forth was accepting drone footage
Footage.
from outside of public access.
Right,
It wasn't regarding doing our own.
so we couldn't require it and we couldn't do our own. But if somebody shot it and brought it to us, said, here's a program, that was all. You're right.
So what is it you want to use it for now?
Well, we would use it for promotional video, promoting public access. Take some shots of views of Lunenburg.
Yes, but that wouldn't involve hurting anybody, like doing homecoming parades.
No,
That's what we talked about before.
well, we could do those, of course, with the insurance, we could do those.
I mean, Eric could do something like that,
Yeah,
just for promos.
well,
You're
that
not-
would,
you're not
that
talk-
would be a start.
You're not talking about doing it during ball games.
No.
No, but you have to get your foot in the door to see how it works and if it will work and does it fit into our digital life.
Right,
Move
well, it's
yourself
not
up.
a done deal. This is a more of a wish list that we have. We still have to discuss it, Steve and I.
Which
and
I couldn't
Eric.
open, but he sent me a link to his Amazon
Yes,
wish list. And I have to create a profile.
oh, I didn't have to.
So I created a profile, how to put a television on your deck in the middle of winter. Just put some things in, and it's still one of me look
Faith Beal has joined the meeting.
Hey, Faith. Hope you're feeling better. Maybe.
at. Muted.
You're muted, Faith. Faith, you are muted. Unmute yourself, Faith.
Oh, there's no video on it.
So she might not have video. All right,
Okay, so,
I
So
think
that
that's a
needs
great
fixing.
idea.
so we still have to discuss the final list. And I have it on a separate Word document that I can send you.
Oh, that would be, if you could, that would be
Yeah.
appreciated.
Yeah,
Okay.
so, have been working on a program submission policy. Which I gave you a copy of, we can discuss. This came about because of, a complaint from a resident about a number of things, but one of them was our submission policy. And the interim town manager asked us to post a program submission policy. We didn't really have a robust policy. So I put one together based on how we work things here, and also used as a reference in other towns' program submission policy. So we can review that after my report.
It's on the agenda.
It's on the agenda, right?
Was the complaint, we didn't have things, we did have things.
Didn't.
I forget the specific complaint, but it was regarding our submission policy.
What we accepted or what we didn't accept.
Yeah,
We actually have this as an agenda item, so we should go into all of it then. It's okay. Taking orders. Well, he gives me an order, so you're all I've got left to chat up with.
No, I understand where it's coming from. I remember.
yeah, it's from a frequent flyer.
Yeah. We'll talk about it afterwards, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we have the
Yeah.
item.
Okay.
Yep.
And one of the things on our ARPA list was a carpet for the studio, a new carpet. I am going to Rhode Island tomorrow to look at some industrial carpeting. From someone who may be donating it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go
Look
look,
at the whole room, the 900 square feet. or
no, just the
just
set,
this- yes,
the studio set, so I'm gonna go look tomorrow.
I'm meeting.
Hey, Faith,
I'm unmuted.
you are awesome. Hope you're doing okay.
It took me a while, sorry.
That's okay. It's the gag. That knot gets really tough. Can you see us?
Yep, I can see you.
Okay, thank you.
We can't see you.
It's all right. Don't touch anything.
Okay.
We can hear you. We're good.
Okay, and that's all I have in my report tonight, other than the day-to-day.
Money?
Oh, yeah, money.
You need money?
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
I was just looking at my
He gets
list.
in a Ferrari and drives off.
Um,
Another stupid.
everything balanced out this month without me having to go to the town accountant, so that was good.
Yay.
Yeah. We're right now at 1.36,
1.036.
1.036
Makes a difference, unfortunately.
million dollars, which is fantastic.
May not be when we come to do the work, but we'll do what we can.
We'll find out.
Well, some of the stuff we bought more recently is ready. So, like the,
Right.
rig for the lighting is movable, as we just proved.
Mhm. And then after the town report, financial report, there's the program analysis. We're moving a little bit slow this year. We're not up to last year's standard, but we're getting more shows coming in, and we're currently at 63% local programming, which isn't bad. I like to have it around 70, 75 in that range. And then our calendar is attached to that, which,
Finances, can I ask a question, and that is, how are we doing with videographer? Salary budgets? So
well,
even if you don't answer now, just to let you have some time.
yes,
If you could tell us in January, because
Yes.
then that would be 6 months.
yes,
That'll help us understand how things are going to go for the rest of the year,
okay,
if you would be so kind.
no problem.
We all have our Comcast payments on this too.
They up to date?
Are they up to date?
They're not up to, well,
It's August, I see, but that's all.
yeah, November didn't come in yet. Well, if it came in, they haven't posted it.
Okay. There it is.
And there was a interest charge, not charge, an interest, I didn't mean to say that. There was an interest posting for October, which wasn't in there last go around.
But that is not our investment interest.
No,
That's town interest on the remnants of the enterprise fund.
right. Right, so I can follow up with them on when we're gonna get November.
Yeah, well, it should have been received by the town.
I'm sure it has, it just hasn't been posted.
Okay. It's going down.
And that is all I have. If there's any more questions,
Nicely done.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Any
We'll
further
see both.
discussion, comments?
Nicely done.
Okay,
I have a question about the
Please.
policy. Is this part of the?
policy
Yeah,
is.
that is the next thing we're gonna talk about.
Hey, I'm running the meeting. What are you doing?
I'm the secretary. I'm reading this and telling him what's on the thing. It's number 6. Number 7, policy review.
Oh,
Mine says master plan.
I just sent out a new one,
How many can you send out?
1,000. He asked me to add
Once
a
I
policy.
get ones.
Oh, yeah. But it is, number 7 is policy. review.
Yeah, well, I just 6, 8.
That's fine.
All right.
Policy.
Okay, so Joe, did you want to say
Is-
some more about the program policy, or do we?
Sure,
have people looked at it? Do we want to? How do we want to handle it?
has anyone had a chance to review it? Okay,
Want to understand. So it's kind of technical.
yeah, there's a little bit of technical, it's just defining what program submissions are. Why there's a policy. And then the specifications for things that are submitted. With the headings format, copyright determination, credit. Disclaimer. Commercial, political. I put those titles in, I would welcome any suggestions to change them. I also included the political campaign policy in there. I'm not sure we should do that. I think it's okay. And that's basically it.
One question that came to me is, you are the lightning rod of this whole policy. But is there any place, and the one that you looked at, and I forget the word, you're gonna have to help me in the word, 'cause I'm brain fired on the word. When you have, we have a disagreement, and then there's that process you can go through to make sure that it wasn't
Arbitration.
arbitration. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There's nothing if, and did you do that on purpose? Because you are the lightning rod for this, so your decision, according to this, well, manager's decision, I shouldn't say you, the manager's decision, period. But there's no well, we beg to differ, I would like to, second opinion, I don't know, do we want that in there, or do we want to have it? I just bring this up to make sure that we don't get messed up.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. However, the outline are the specifications, and if they can't meet these specifications,
Correct.
then they can't.
That's.
Well,
the
no, but some of the
technology side.
specifications are,
It's content rather than specifications.
yeah, because
Well,
some,
this describes the content.
there are places
Right.
where it does say stuff about the content, profanity, nudity, what, that kind of thing. But some of that is also relatively gray. There's the state, because you quote the state standard. Is that very specific on what is allowed and what not allowed? You know what I mean?
I'm not sure.
All right, if I went, oh fudge, which is from the Christmas story. Christmas story. We all know what it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
Gray area now, because everyone, the TV show where they've come up with a new word, well, Battlestar Galactica had, what was the word? Anyway, I'm just worried that. So I guess it doesn't matter. Did you know what I mean? I'm just concerned about the gray areas that you're the final say on yes or no.
Right.
If someone says, well, no, this is perfectly acceptable, I don't understand. Back to you.
We had a look at another one, town manager.
The 2016 Honda CRV.
From some years ago. This, as far as we could tell, about 15 pages.
Berkshire Chocolate Dodge.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Hey, Faith,
yep.
you have a lot of background noise.
Oh, sorry.
That's just gonna pick up on the recording.
Okay,
Can you either mute or
yep.
stop the background noise?
You want to tell my husband to stop talking? I'll mute.
Okay.
But what's, one thing that he gave us to look at. And it really did, what may have been a very good job for Maltenburg. But didn't work very well for us because they had one channel, which was everything. And it was run by Time Warner. And this was written for the cable company to have the policy. So we looked at it and pulled what we could. But the language that was in there, a lot of it was legalese, which neither Joe nor I speak fluently.
Right.
And the town manager does want, when this is put together to the satisfaction of the committee and Joe, he does want it to go through legal as well. Because there does need, I like what Steve's saying.
I'm not saying it well.
No, but if let me try and get a sentence or two. If it's a judgment, there must be a process for arbitration. That do it?
Yeah, I think I didn't know how to say it. Thank you very much.
Well,
Did very well,
there's
thank you.
also one part in here under determination. It says discretionary program will be aired between the hours of 12, oh, that should say PM and 4 AM. So and that's just something I picked up on the other policy that we were referencing. And I thought that was a good way to put it. I mean, if someone's gonna drop an F-bomb, but the show is fantastic, that's gonna go on late,
Have you ever received a complaint about profanity on cable?
never.
That's not true. Have we received complaints about content that was inappropriate?
Never.
I think this might be also a little the other way. Have we ever refused to show a program brought to us?
I have when it was a political organization where the other side was not represented.
Okay, and that's covered in here.
Yes,
And that's correct, yeah.
But you didn't look at a program and say, let's just use obscene for the sake of argument.
I don't,
So I can't show it.
I don't recall that, but
I think that's
been
what
here
Steve's
14
looking
years.
towards, that you may not like it, but
Sure.
your husband may love it. Who
Right.
knows?
So I have a generic question about this last paragraph, okay? Steve just walked in and said there's two great shows on Plymouth or Pittsburgh. Are all the town cable networks put together so you know all the shows that they have available? Because you pick shows out on your own to show. How do you know about those? And how could maybe this committee look through some and select ones that we think might work?
The only way I know is word of mouth, because they don't have their programs posted anywhere.
Oh, they don't use MMS?
No. Well, Mass Access has a
Right.
number of programs. That's one place,
That's
So
what we
how-
go up with.
but yeah, but it's
Just
not,
be personal, how would any channel know about Talking Baseball? Pick it up.
It's on
Well,
MMX.
we put it on MMX, which is the shared database.
That's what I mean, how many people share the database, how many?
Not, well, Fitchburg doesn't, Leominster doesn't.
So how did it get to California?
The people in California happen to be part of MMX.
So approximately how many stations have it?
Have your show?
No, have our shows,
Have,
Yeah,
how many members on MMX?
yes,
I don't know how many members are on there.
It has to be in the hundreds, if not thousands.
Yeah,
Massachusetts has got I think it's 168 packs, something like that. We are the most densely populated state for public access committees, working the way we tend to, even more than California. So California has fewer. I have no idea why Massachusetts is. I guess we're a seat of democracy or something. But there are lots of people who do go to MMX, and it's a source, especially for smaller ones. It's a great source of material, and Joe goes to it and gets stuff off it. What we don't have, which is maybe what you're asking for, and actually might be a nice idea, but if our neighboring packs kind of have their own newsletter amongst the managers that says we're doing this programming this month, was there anything in there that interests you, which we could do? We could start it, see what happens.
yeah. Fitchburg usually sends me anything that's shareable.
Oh, that's
They'll
all.
send me an email.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I have one for that one.
Well, I
coming
just
up.
recorded it yesterday, so it'll be a
Okay.
couple of days, and then Leominster is next Monday.
Okay,
I'm sure they would share,
yeah,
because the Fitchburg one, it was touted that all year they were gonna show this in Fitchburg.
yeah.
well, I was just curious because, you're the lightning rod, but there might be some shows on that Steve or I think would be good to show.
Well, that would be doing my
If-
job
If we do
then.
it.
I mean, that would be
No,
like
no,
doing my
no.
job.
Suggest to you,
Oh, okay,
something we are interested, just like
Okay.
someone called you and complains,
right,
we could contribute. It's
Right.
the opposite.
Which
Right.
is what I did.
You just did, you walked in.
Right.
um. Perhaps you could get an MMX account.
I don't know how that works. Do you know how it works?
I've been here for 14 years. I don't recall how I got on
Really?
there.
You forgot something just happened 14 years ago.
Let me make a note of
Those
looking into that.
pre-COVID.
Right. So my question is, how do we want to handle this? Do we want to,
Oh, I have one more question about,
well, okay, we'll
just,
just do it now.
in the politics, you say that the candidates all have a chance to come down and record 10 minutes.
Yes,
What, and then you do a block of everybody.
right.
Suppose I refuse to come in. Do you still do the block of everyone who comes in?
Yeah, you were invited. You chose
Okay,
to
I'm
opt
just-
out.
I wanted to make
Right.
sure that I understood that
Yeah,
everyone's invited. If you decide not to come, that's your issue.
right.
Okay, then I'm fine.
Okay.
I told you I read it.
So how do we want to move forward?
So just one more thing. Very first PAC meeting with Kevin O'Hara and Tom Mason,
Before my time?
yes, and Lance May. We had a ferocious argument about putting religious programs. How do you handle that? Are all churches eligible to submit programs?
All churches
They
are,
all
yes,
are. Okay.
yes,
And that's happened in the past.
yes. You know, we run two masses, well, not masses. We run two religious programs right now, and I'm open to getting different denominations coming in. Right now, one is the Church of Latter-day Saints, which is out of Lancaster. And the second one is a mass, a Catholic mass that comes out of Burlington, Vermont.
And they fill in the send it to you.
The Church of Latter-day Saints sends me a link to their iCloud account and I download it. And the Catholic Mass is on MMX. It was the best one I could find.
Have we ever filmed church service?
Yes, I used to film St. Boniface every week. The current priest does not want to have any of the masses filmed. Camera's still there, but
Really?
yes. I went to check the sound system. There was the camera
Oh, we
upstairs in
could
the
use
choir
it.
loft. It's upstairs in the choir loft.
Okay,
Church is generally open between 10 and.
I have
1
a
or
key
2.
still.
Oh. But it's upstairs.
Okay,
It's right there in the middle of the choir loft amongst all the flowers, plastic flowers.
great.
I don't know where the bag is. There's a closet to the left.
Yeah,
The bag could still be in there.
yeah.
That's where I used to start. Well, then, all right, in the stand. It's a camera and stand.
Oh, that's great.
So
'Cause we
make a
could
note to
use
pick it
it.
up.
So the church in the center has never been interested.
The what?
The church in the center of town has never been interested.
They have been interested and they asked if they could borrow a camera and I said they could and then they didn't do it. So, so everyone knows it's an open, we're open to getting more religious programming. Yeah,
Just remember being it was the worst argument I ever saw in PAC that day.
really?
Oh.
Okay,
So,
one more.
How do you
time.
want to handle this?
What do we want to do with this? How do we want to move it forward? Bearing in mind, it has to have approval at the committee level with Joe as well, of course. And then it will be offered for legal evaluation.
That's what I was.
So one of my guesses is if we did not spend a lot of time on it now, because we're not experts in some of these areas, that we do the best we can, and this might be precisely that, and ask to have the legal beagle look at it. He may come back with some empty paragraphs that we need to fill up. You may have some objections to words we have in here, and you may have some improvements for us, saying, as we were just saying, you in particular, that if you have an ill-defined standard like obscene, then there must be either define it very precisely, or there must be an arbitration process because it's judgment. You may come back with such a thing.
Right.
So I'm trying from the
So,
rest of the committee.
I will make a
to find out-
motion that we accept this policy to be presented to town legal.
Faith hasn't piped in on
Oh.
this at all. Did you want to hear from Faith on this?
You're an idiot now.
I'm sorry.
Faith,
Yes,
did you have any comments? Did you manage to look at this?
I haven't looked at it, sorry. But go ahead and vote on
you-
it.
You have access to it.
If it's time sensitive especially, make sure.
Yeah, I sent it out today, so
Okay.
Oh, I didn't see it, so I'm sorry.
that's okay. I'm sorry to interrupt. You were
No.
making a motion.
So Faith, you actually, if I heard you, you said you were okay if we took the next step of offering this to legal, is that right?
Yes, I am. I'm okay.
So why don't we let Steve?
I make a motion to send this policy to
Provision.
send the provisional
No, just because this is the purpose,
policy
otherwise you.
policy to town hall legal review.
I second.
I'm trying to keep it simple.
You are. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor by roll call as we have. Remote person, Pete.
And I'm sure the lawyer won't change a thing. This is very well done.
Okay, was that a yes?
I said aye. That means yes.
Oh, I thought you meant you.
No, that's AY.
E.
That's feminine.
Now you can- Faith,
Aye.
spelled, oh, sorry now, Steve,
Yes,
and me all in favor, being unanimous. So to be done, as secretary, would you be kind enough to send it to the town manager, or do we want to deal with it?
I will send it to the town manager
would
if
it be
that's
easier
okay.
for you to do it,
Yeah,
Okay,
if that's,
because then you
Acceptable.
will get it, because you have to,
yeah.
you know who. Joe will say. I don't
okay,
mind doing it.
Just one other question.
please.
Is this something he might deal with promptly or not? His time here is limited.
Yeah, yes, he will. He said he wanted this by January 1st. So he plans on being here January
Yeah.
1st. So if we send it now, there'll be plenty of time for that.
Because we meet January 6th, it would be nice if we could have
Yeah.
his opinion on January 6th.
Right.
Might have an epiphany, who knows? So it's my mother's birthday, I have to remember. Okay, meanwhile, back at the,
Reg,
thank you very much. The master plan steering committee update, do we have? some?
Yes, oh boy,
Oh, we do,
no excitement.
excellent,
On Thursday at the Eagle House, there was an open meeting.
it's coming first.
It's coming
At the
Thursday
library?
At the Eagle House.
Oh, okay,
There's no room here.
okay.
I was told, that's what it was. at the
Okay,
Eagle House.
I was originally told here, but, okay.
I'll check, but. What has happened is that there is a fourth survey that went out.
yes.
And all
Okay,
the department heads, I guess, should you get one, Joe? The fourth survey?
I may have,
Uh,
I have to remember.
And the members of the committee, the 15 committee members, filled these out. And there's still absolutely zero mention of PAC anywhere in any of the questions. Zero,
okay,
nothing. There was no mention of the senior center.
You're an official member of this committee, right? You're not
I represent
an
you.
observer.
Represent us.
Yes, thank you. So you can speak to this.
Well,
after-
I filled it out, sent it in,
Okay.
but it is 16 pages maybe.
Mhm.
There's about 7 or 8 topics with, each topic has 9 to 10 different things to check off when you're paper. The focus is on open space. Because that's the one thing that the 300th committee has found, there is no place to gather in this town,
Right.
no place. And so that's one of the major questions. Second is adding small stores, small jobs,
Mhm.
built stores somewhere. How they're gonna do that, I don't know, because we don't own this town center. That was the second focus. But as far as what we're concerned with, there's nothing. So I intend to bring that up
Please.
at our next meeting. So we live on it.
That's why
It's
you are.
been a real waste of time.
Okay.
I'm having trouble hearing you guys.
Oh, you know what, when you talk that
Well,
Yeah,
Pete, is this a committee meeting or is this
it's an
an
open
meeting?
open
for the
public
town?
meeting. Yes,
Hmm.
We are recording it.
Oh,
I think he maybe did tell me it was Eagle House. I have to look at my email because
is it in
I
the
checked
calendar?
back with him on any
Who
details.
told you that?
Chris Riley. He's the new land use manager,
It's not on the committee,
not on the committee,
Oh.
but involved with it.
because we don't have a chairman right now because she quit.
Right, right. No, he's not the chairman, but he's involved in it in some way. I think it falls under the land use.
Is that the Chris Riley I know from the Riley family of Stone Farm?
No, I don't think so. I think he's fairly new in the position.
No, it's an open meeting. What they want to do is go over this next survey to see how, supposedly, if enough people have filled it out, they're again going to see what. The whole point of this plan can be to see what the town wants the town to look like in 20 years,
Right,
theoretically look like.
but how does my wife know such a survey exists?
It's been available
Well,
online.
but you would go and look for it. No, I'm just trying to find out. I had no idea this had been done. And I live in the town.
Well, I want to say the surveys have been passed out now for about a year.
Where? I mean, to who?
Well, in the post office, in the senior center, all town hall.
Oh, you mean they just put out there?
Oh, yes, you pick them up, yeah. No, they never,
Right.
they did not mail them to all the home.
No, I just thought at least there was like an advert in the Lunenburg Ledger or something saying, you know,
That would be it.
you know, these can be found here. We'd appreciate
No,
your
it is.
input. No, I mean, it's not a big deal, but until you said, I had no
No.
idea there was a fourth one. I don't go to the post office. I try not to go to the town hall except to listen to was drilling in the slightly tove over Andy audio system.
So there's a lot of stuff downstairs.
Right, but I don't go to the town hall except for Pilota and
Um,
technology.
This whole thing, I've been frank about it, has not been managed well.
Okay,
Okay.
that was quite diplomatic.
And it should be, because, the last, when this lasted, this is mandated by the state to do
Right.
this. Every, in 20 years, some period. And, I went back and looked at the last one, as far as I could see, very little that actually accomplished.
Mhm.
But I think this, definitely, I said before, I think PAC in 15, 20 years is gonna be huge in this town,
Yeah,
vital to this town. So we should be at least included in the conversation.
which point I will be a centenarian.
So it's not, this is, planning, this sort of thing is not about us,
I know, I
it's about
understand.
the kids.
Okay, anything else you want to bring? Pete?
Not sufficient.
Oh, I wasn't judging. The enterprise fund investment status, I have not any further information. I get that about every 3 months, although the last one was prompt, which was encouraging.
Next meeting,
Any other business? Hearing none, the next meeting is 6 o'clock, this January 6th of 2025.
move to adjourn.
Second. No discussion.
Aye.
Aye.
I,
Gotta go. Thank you, Faith.
good to see you guys.
Hope your leg feels better, whatever.
Thank you. I'm getting my,
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
thank you. I'm getting my bandages off tomorrow.
Oh, good, good.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.